Hi, this is Coach Shake with Xtra Mile Fitness.
I'm Dr. Nathan Heimgartner from Spinal Care of St.
And today we're going to be talking about returning to regular training after a non-catastrophic injury. So just kind of the regular aches and pains that occur through regular training. We have kind of a list here of sort of triage that we'd like to look at on like how we're going to get a person from that aches and pains back to regular training. So we'll start at the top, and I'll kind of kick the ball over to Dr. Nathan here. And it's going to be in the assessment, reassurance, kind of education realm. So walk us through, if a person walks in your office, they experience some aches and pains in any variety within the gym, what do you do with them first?
What I typically do is I take them in and I'll do an exam in the office. We'll evaluate what's going on. And from there, we'll put a timeline on when we can get them back to exercising. Typically, it's something that's usually 2 to 4 weeks, maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit shorter, but it kind of all depends on the patient.
Nice, so you're setting expectations, you're giving that reassurance, and you're telling them like, hey, you're okay, but here's what you should expect going forward, right?
Exactly.
That makes sense? Right on. So when they come to me after that subsequent process, the first thing that I'm gonna ask them, say we're talking about a back squat, right? And their knee is bothering them as they're going through their back squat. The first thing I'm gonna look at is load management. Say they were a 225-pound squatter. Is there a load between 225 and the empty bar that does not cause that pain? If so, hey, check the box, good to go. Maybe that's 135. That's our logical entry point, and we're gonna start them back there, and we're gonna return them to normal back up to that 225. But it wouldn't make sense for us to do that 225 and to cause that pain response. Now, from there, if there is no load that works for them, it could be like even just a body weight squat to full depth. If it's still causing pain at a certain range of motion, then we go to, again, range of motion. So maybe it's the portion of the squat at the very bottom. So what I'm gonna look to is remove that portion. So maybe we do a box squat that's a little bit above that bottom range of motion, maybe a pin squat that's a little bit above that range of motion. And then again, through the weeks, maybe we make those pins a little bit lower, that box a little bit lower until we return to normalcy. Then from there, if that can't fix the problem, then we're gonna change exercise selection completely. So we're gonna look for exercises that target the same muscle groups, sort of the same movement pattern, and we're gonna play with those until we can return range of motion and return load to the person. All of this, in summation, leads to self-efficacy. So this is just the confidence in the person that I can handle what's happening to me, and I have the keys to the kingdom to return back to regular training. Dr. Nathan, do you have anything to add?
Well, that's great.
Right on.
Love every part of it.
Cool, we'll get you back to training.